Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Monday, March 29th, 2021, and I am Maddie Reed. New Dairy Max cooler, new street sign unveiled in Dallas, aftermath of Tennessee flooding, and more, all coming up next on Texan TV. In campus news, on Friday, Tarleton State University's Purple Pantry welcomed representatives from Dairy Max and local dairy farmers to a ribbon cutting for a new Dairy Max cooling unit. Dairy Max started a program to provide commercial coolers to college campuses within the company's 8-state region. The ribbon cutting was in celebration of the 64-gallon commercial cooler that holds fresh milk, cheese, yogurt, and butter. Since the start of the pandemic, Dairy Max has helped university food pantries increase their refrigeration capacities. This event has created a new relationship between Dairy Max and Tarleton. In local news, recently, Stephenville High School students Dana Villarreal Lopez and Nicole Iles was awarded statewide recognition for their entries in the University Interscholastic League's Young Filmmakers Festival. Both students were sponsored by Jennifer Jones, a business and technology instructor at the high school. Villarreal Lopez won state champion for Division I in digital animation for her short film Puppy Love, and Iles received 4th in division for her short film Trapped. Both films were chosen from 565 total entries, narrowed down to 6 finalists, falling under either Division I or II classification. Luis Monos, the UIL film director, before announcing the winners said, "The entries have moved me. They have done all these things that films should do to humanity." And now today's Texas national and international news from the Associated Press. On Saturday, Dallas unveiled new street signs in honor of Botham Jean, a black man who was killed last year in his apartment by a former white police officer who mistook his apartment for her own. The street, renamed to Botham Jean Boulevard, runs in front of the apartment in which he lived. At the ceremony, Jean's sister said, "I thought I was going to be strong because this is supposed to be a celebration, but I miss my brother." Last year, the officer charged was sentenced to 10 years in prison. This trial is one of many that spurred the national debate over race and policing. In national news, after receiving 7 inches of rain, the second highest 2-day rainfall total ever recorded, Tennessee found 4 bodies yesterday in the aftermath of the flooding they experienced this weekend. The people found were 70-year-old Gary Cole, 65-year-old Douglas Hammond, a 46-year-old woman, and a 64-year-old man. The torrential rains also caused many houses to flood, a portion of Interstate 40 to be shut down, a church to cancel their Palm Sunday service, a NASCAR race to be postponed, and left many people stranded in cars, homes, and businesses. Brittany Whitehead, a Weather Service meteorologist in Nashville, said to expect more flooding over the next couple days. In international news, the two more tugboats have been deployed to Egypt's Suez Canal to help free a ship the size of a skyscraper that has been blocking the canal for days. These 2 boats are joining the 10 others that have already been deployed to the scene to help free the Ever Given, the Japanese-owned ship that is stuck. The blockage has already caused several other cargo ships to divert their path from the canal, further disrupting the global network that is recovering from the coronavirus pandemic. If the tugboats are unable to free the vessel, workers will have to begin unloading the vessel, which would add several more days to the canal's closure. For more of today's national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. Families waited at a Mozambican port on Sunday as boats arrived carrying people who had fled the ongoing violence from a strategic town in the country's north. Rebels fought Sunday for the 5th straight day to control the town of Palma, as reports came in that dozens of civilians had been killed. Efforts to free a massive container ship wedged across a crucial waterway in Egypt entered a 6th day on Sunday. 2 additional tugboats sped to the Suez Canal to aid efforts to dislodge the Ever Given vessel, which got stuck in a single-lane stretch of the canal on Tuesday. Hundreds of cars, bicycles, and motorcycles formed a caravan in Havana on Sunday, joining similar ones in about 50 cities around the world to demand that the U.S. change its policies and lift a blockade against the island. The protests in Cuba and other cities were organized by immigrants and solidarity groups. And Palm Sunday would usually mark the start of Easter week vacations for many Europeans, but travel restrictions are still enforced as COVID-19 infections are on the rise. French citizens are allowed to come to Spain, but Madrid's residents will not be allowed to leave the Madrid region over the next week. Ron Harris, Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In sports, on Saturday, the Tarleton State football team reached 500 win as a program after cruising past Northeastern State in a 38-0 victory. The Texans' defense was the story of the night as they held Northeastern State to just 153 yards. Part of the dominant defense performance was a season high of 10 tackles for loss by 8 different players. The offense had a productive night as well by producing 381 total yards. Running back Raheem Skinner led the offense with 118 yards of total offense and 2 touchdowns on the ground. The Texans' next and final game of the 2021 spring season will be Thursday, April 1st in Stephenville at the Memorial Stadium. And now for the weather, we turn to Sierra Dyson.
Good afternoon, Texans. Today, there's a high of 77 and a low of 55. It's going to get cooler in the week, so make sure you take a jacket to the game Thursday if you plan on attending. Don't worry, though, because it'll warm back up for Easter. Have a great week, Texans.
This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Watch us live on Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on Northland Cable Channel 9. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news. Today's broadcast was produced by the Texan TV staff. Have a wonderful day, Texans.